selected for an ad with Mr. Bachchan, which was a big deal. I mean, and it'll always be the biggest deal of my career. And from there, it just never stopped. From my first ad itself, I started getting movie offers, from movie offers. I started getting better movie offers. Then I had a break for 10 years. And I thought, and like everyone says, once an actor takes that break, you're not coming back. But I got back on screen, and I'm very grateful that Amir Khan Productions has, signed me on. So I think my journey has been a totally unplanned one, but I think if I've done anything right, I've given it my 100%. It has earned some fruits somewhere, and I am who I am today, all through the love, all through a zillion blessings. And I think most importantly, when you see my characters, or when you relate to me as an actor, the biggest blessing that I have is that I'm taken back home to two families and to their homes, which I think as an actor, more than your 1,000 awards and the biggest films that you get, you are part of people's homes. So 10 years down the line, people in the South and people here still remember me as Aditi, or still remember me as Hasini, and I think there's nothing more rewarding than that. We all wait for validation, right? We all wait that if you get an award, you've validated the fact that you've done well, but we forget to realize and open our eyes to see that after 15 years, Jaane To has been 15 years ago, people still relate to you as Aditi. I mean, what more validation do you need in that zone? So that's been pretty much my journey.
A round of applause, of course. There's no need to ask for it now. So, Geneliya, you also spoke about the break that you took. And it would be great if you could dwell a little more on it, how it happened, why it happened, and then consequently you came back also. All of that. And how has this journey been to being a mother, married life, all of that?
So I got married in 2012, and like everyone and every individual, after a particular time in your life, you feel everything is monotonous and you're not reinventing yourself. I felt my chance to just take a break was at the time that I got married, because I wanted to give my 100% to the family that I was in. So prior to that, I worked 365 days. I worked in 4 industries, so while people thought that I was just doing, Bollywood films, I was doing films all over the South, which, I mean, today the South is a big deal. Then people didn't know that such big films. I've been part of Rajamouli's
Absolutely, and a round of applause for that. Geneliya has worked in 4 different film industries, and very, very versatile as an actor.
Yes. So that was my part of, doing work. And honestly, I missed all birthdays. I missed, every time my family got together, I was hardly around because I was working, because of the fact that I was not just stationary at one place. I had to travel to 4 different industries. So when I got married, I decided to take a break. I thought it would be a year and a half, but then I got my babies, and I didn't understand how to multitask. I was like, I could either be this or I could be that. I don't think I was 100% happy in that zone, because I thought there was so much more to me to give also. And I thought I was very happy and I thought I was doing a great job. But Ritesh saw me and he said, you need to get back to the screen because that's what you love. I was like, I can't do this and that. He said, you can do everything. You're a mom and you'll figure it out. And I kept saying, yeah, it's so easy for him to talk. I have to do all this hard work, But he kept pushing me through this period that I was off. To a point when he decided to direct, he said, you have to act in it. Now I couldn't say no, because I was like, so he said, you'll figure it out. And I started acting back again with that film. And I realized I figured it out. And I realized I was a much happier mom. I was a much happier person at home, because I was doing what I loved the most. I was doing something that was mine, versus, when we become moms, we forget the fact that we are individuals as well, and we can do a lot, I mean, of course, handling a home is handling the biggest thing ever. But I also think we do it thinking that it's our duty to do it, and we don't know how to do better. But if you sit and strategize and figure out your life, I feel that you can do both, and you should do both, because there's an element of you that you're losing out on when you don't put yourself back into what you're meant to do. And that's why I came back to films. I started doing films again. I don't do it as often as I used to, but that's fine. That's a small thing, small adjustment that you make in your life, and a happy one too. And today I'm back to doing, I'm doing a film in Hindi. I'm doing one, I did a film in Marathi, which was widely acclaimed, and also a new industry that I was part of. And then there's also, I'm doing a South film again. So it's the whole system, it's the whole cycle starting back again. I'm very excited with my new phase into films. I've seen a lot change, I've seen a lot evolve, and all in a good way.
And again say that you are one of the luckiest people on the planet. Why I'm saying that is because, and a round of applause for that. Her husband is the one who pushed her back into acting. Generally, we also come across these stories, and there is a perception that once women get married, there is a resistance to them to continue to working in this industry. It's been the exact opposite with you. So again, you're very, very lucky.
Yes, I am. Or maybe I'm just amazing.